Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Good day, Ma'am Jonie.
Oh, good day to you too.
Can you introduce yourself and tell us about your role at JIC?
Oh, I am Jonie Flores. Everybody calls me Jonie. I am the academic consultant and the development officer of JIC.
What does an academic consultant and development officer do?
Actually, I work closely with ESL and IELTS students. We try to understand their learning challenges, their identity gaps, and eventually guide them throughout their journey and give them some strategies for them to have a pathway towards their learning journey.
What usually happens during your consultations with students?
Well, in consultations, I try to analyze their listening issues, meaning with comprehension and how they understand the question. We also tackle specific weaknesses with their speaking confidence and their coherence. We also try to understand grammatical accuracies and construction. Also, we try to see all the test-specific strategies for IELTS, and from there, we create personalized action plans for them to follow so that they can reach their target outcomes.
What are the most common challenges you see among ESL and IELTS students?
Well, technically, when I am in my consultations, I usually hear that they have a difficulty in listening. Well, eventually it's not listening per se, it's how they do active listening. They need to learn some micro skills so that they can learn and eventually comprehend what they hear. And in speaking, they need to be more natural. They think that memorizing vocabularies at one time or another can help them be a good speaker, but they need to become as natural as I have said, but not as a native speaker, but become as fluent as when they are talking with a friend or a colleague.
How do you help students overcome these said challenges?
Oh, eventually, as I have said earlier, we give them some action plans. It's a personalized one, meaning your one student is different from another. So one student can have another strategy and another student can have another strategy. It's like a trial and error kind of thing. If it's not effective by the time we give that advice, they can move on and then we can try another pathway.
What specific skills or areas do you focus on when evaluating students?
That's a good question. That depends on the student. Each and every student have a different profile. It's like having your fingerprint. It's different from one and another. Their strategy for their action plan is very different depending on what skill they want to improve on and want to focus on.
How do you create an effective action plan for each student?
Oh, first of all, I ask them how long they will be staying. So an action plan needs a duration. It needs time. So depending on their stay for their study, it needs to have a pathway. So for example, they're going to stay here for just 4 weeks. They have a certain action plan. If they're going to stay here for quite a long time, we will have more chances on developing that kind of action plan and hopefully they can get their target outcomes.
How do your consultations contribute to program or curriculum development?
Well, this is something that I am very happy of because they come to me every 2 weeks. They would have different sets of questions on how they can improve on. And depending on the level of improvement that they have, I love to see their progress and I am very happy that I am part of this process.
In what ways do you support teachers and improve academic materials?
This is a very good question because through consultations we are able to analyze things, we are able to understand things such as their learning challenges, as I have said before. We are able to improve our programs. We are also able to support teachers' training and materials development. Also, we are able to contribute to the innovation of our curriculum.
What do you find most rewarding about your role?
That is a very great question. Well, my role is very important because I try to turn the students' struggles into an opportunity. It's for them to focus more on their progress rather than focusing more on something they cannot do. Because of my job, I am able to give them a certain pathway, as I have said earlier, and they will have a clearer way towards their goals and their objectives.
How do you measure student progress or success?
Success is never measured, I think so. But then through language, there is what we call a CEFR. So they know where they are at the moment and where they are going. But the success here, I believe, is when they are able to communicate effectively, if they are able to understand, if they are able to construct sentences in a way that they feel is more natural and more comprehensive. This is success in communication or learning a second language.
What makes JIC's academic approach unique?
I think it's not just about teaching. So JIC is not just here to teach. We guide, we support, and we try to develop the learner's learning journey. I think the core of our academy to be part of their life as a student, that when they go home, they will say, I am from JIC and I have learned a lot.
What message would you like to share with future students?
Well, to our future students, this academy is ready and we are gonna be here to welcome you as our students. But then, this is what we can say. This is where you create and start your journey for English. As we have said it here in JIC, take the challenge and enjoy the journey. Our goal is to convert your struggles into achievable goals. This is an opportunity for you to become strong and enabled communicators. So we will see you here at JIC.